under the Ford, Reagan, and Bush administrations. However, it was this president who in 1970 named her America's Ambassador of Love.
Nixon.
That's right. She was born on March 29th, 1918 in which American state?
Tennessee.
It was Virginia. In 1989, she published an autobiography entitled what? It was called Between You and Me. Back into open competition now for both teams. Choose the correct meaning for each of the following words. I'll give you choices. Is a caravansary an inn, a duck, or a tourist? Steve?
An inn.
Yes, it is. Does exacerbate mean to aggravate, destroy? Steve?
Aggravate.
That's right. If someone is called a Nimrod, is he an actor, athlete, or hunter? Steve?
A hunter.
That's right. And does callous mean unfeeling, conservative? Steve?
Unfeeling.
That's right, for 10 points. These questions now are on musical instruments. A bass player claims his double bass weighs 40 kilograms plus 1/5 of its mass. How heavy is the instrument? Chris?
38 kilograms?
No. Wes Carleton? Steve?
50 kilograms.
That's right. A tuba player claims his tuba weighs 60 kilograms plus 1/3 of its mass. Brendan?
80 kilograms?
No. How heavy is the tuba? Neil?
90 kilograms?
That's right. And now we move into our assigned question. We'll start with Jacques for Nepean. Anaerobic means what element is not used in respiration?
Oxygen?
That's right, for 10 points. Brendan? Energy from metabolized proteins is stored in molecules of ATP, which stands for what?
Adenosine triphosphate?
That's right. Ian? In glycolysis, glucose is split into 2 molecules of what acid? Any answer? Steve, for half points? It is pyruvic acid. How many carbons does pyruvic acid contain? Chris?
4.
No? Jason, for half points?
6.
It is 3. Now for West Carleton. Clive? In what cell structures is pyruvic acid broken into carbon dioxide and acetic acid?
Mitochondrion.
That's right. Neil? The gain or acceptance of electrons is called what?
Electron transfer?
No? Brendan, for half points?
Reduction oxidation?
That's right. We're looking for a reduction? It's reduction, so we can't give it to you. What is the total number of AT molecules, Steve, produced in the complete respiration of 1 molecule of glucose?
6.
No? Ian, points?
2.
It is 38. And of the 38 ATP molecules, Jason, how many of them were produced anaerobically?
19.
No? Chris?
2.
2 is right. Now back into open competition, and we're going to ask you some questions about Yale University. In what state is Yale University? Brendan?
Connecticut?
That's right. From whom did the university get the name Yale? Ian?
Elihu Yale.
That's right. And in what city is Yale? Brendan?
New Haven?
That's right. And we'll end round 1 now with some more snappers. What is the official national sport of Canada? Brendan?
Lacrosse?
That's right, for 10 points. What is the 3rd largest city in the United States? Steve?
Chicago.
That's right. In what fictional Manitoba town do many of Margaret Lawrence's novels? Jim?
Manawaka.
That's right. And CD is the chemical symbol. Chris? No answer. The chemical symbol for what substance? Wes Carleton? Neil?
Cerium?
It is cadmium. We'll end round 1 there and take a look at our scores. Nepean is in the lead 120 to 110, West Carleton. We'll have to right on into round 2, and it is a 10-point game at this point. We start, as always, with some snappers. For which Greek god was the 1969 moon mission named? Ian?
Apollo.
That's right. What was the name of the Montreal Football Club founded? Brendan?
The Alouettes?
That's right. To what special category do the following hunting dogs belong? Afghan, Beagle, and Whippet. Steve?
Retrievers.
No. Nepean? They are all, Chris?
Hounds?
That's right. And what literary device does Shakespeare use in Hamlet when Hamlet says, frailty, Brendan?
Soliloquy?
No, frailty, thy name is woman. Wes Carleton? Steve?
Personification.
That's right. Now we have our what am I question, again starting at 40 points on the first clue. and it is a what am I. Although I wasn't fully developed until the 1960s, I'm now widely used as a medicinal and industrial. Steve?
The laser.
That's right, for 40 points. All right, we move on now to some open questions on languages. What are the two medieval dialects of French? Modern French is derived from one of them. Ian?
Languedoc and Languedoil.
That's correct. Name one of the two European countries whose predominant languages are in the Finno-Ugric family. Steve?
Finland.
That's right. The other being Hungary. What Celtic dialect was spoken on the Isle of Man and is now facing extinction? Ian?
Manx.
That's right. These now are on geography. What strait separates the parts of the state of Michigan? Steve?
The Mackinac Strait.
That's right. What is the most densely populated of the Canadian provinces? Neil?
PI.
That's right. And on what island is the northern magnetic pole located? Steve?
Devon Island.
No. Nepean? Jeff?
Baffin Island.
It is Bathurst Island. These questions now are on Canadian history. Which leader of the Saskatchewan CCF became premier? Brendan?
Tommy Douglas.
That's right. What high-tech aircraft did Prime Minister John Diefenbaker? Brendan?
The Arrow.
That's right. Goods satisfactory or money refunded was the motto. Brendan?
Timothy Eden.
That's right. And which mythical bird was frequently carved? Steve?
The Phoenix.
No. Frequently carved at the top of West Coast Indian totem poles. Nepean? We're looking for Chris?
The Raven.
The Thunderbird. All right. We're going to read some questions now on music. What musical by Leonard Bernstein was inspired by Shakespeare? Ian?
West Side Story.
That's right. What play defined the plot? Jason?
Romeo and Juliet.
That's right. In Bernstein's story, Romeo and Juliet are replaced by two.
Tony and Maria.
That's right. The Pathetic Symphony was composed by another composer. Steve?
Beethoven.
No. Who was inspired by Shakespeare? Nepean? Who was he? It was Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky died in 1893 of cholera, having just returned to Russia from New York City, where he was guest conductor at the opening of what famous hall? Ian?
Carnegie Hall.
That's right. A Romeo and Juliet ballet was composed by another famous Russian composer. Who was he? Steve?
Stravinsky.
No? Nepean? It was Sergei Kofiev. Between the careers of Tchaikovsky and Prokofiev, what momentous political event happened in Russia? Brendan?
The Bolshevik Revolution.
That's right. And Prokofiev's Romeo and Juliet, danced by Frank Augustin and Veronica Tennant, one of the most popular productions in the repertoire of what? Ian?
The National Ballet of Canada.
That's right. Now let's see how you do on these questions, all dealing with teeth. What is the general name for the teeth in the upper jaw? Chris?
The incisors.
No? West Carleton? Neil?
The maxilla,
That's right. What are the teeth in the lower jaw? Neil?
the mandible,
That's right. And what hard, dense substance composed of Steve?
Enamel.
That's right. And we're round two now with some more snappers. In what Indian city was Mahatma Gandhi assassinated? Steve?
Delhi.
No. Nepean? Jacques?
Bombay.
It was Calcutta. What church was formed in 1925 by a union of Methodists, Presbyterians? Brandon?
The United Church.
That's right. And what was the name of Othello's wife? Steve? No answer. Nepean? Ian?
Desdemona.
That's right. Finally, who wrote the Yukon-based Songs of a Sourdough? Ian?
Robert Service.
That's right, for 10 points. And there we'll end round number two. And Nepean remains in the lead, 270 to 230 for West Carleton. Let's start round three then with some more snappers. In what city would I find Brock University? Steve?
St. Catharines.
That's right. What name given to the northern forest belt, approximately 1,000, Steve?
Taiga.
No, 1,000 kilometers wide across. We will accept that. Who was the first chancellor of United Germany? Steve?
Konrad Adenauer.
No, of United Germany in 1871.
Bismarck.
That's right. Old Lang Syne was the theme of which well-known, Steve?
Burns.
No, which well-known Canadian-born band leader?
By Lombardo.
That's right. Now we have another scramble for 5 points. Team question. Who wrote the classic short story Heart of Darkness? Chris?
Joseph Conrad.
That's right for 5 points, and the remainder of these questions on Joseph Conrad will go to Nepean. Along what African river does the story Heart of Darkness place?
The Nile.
No, it is the Congo. What was Conrad's ethnic background?
Polish.
That's right. Conrad's travels aboard the ship Narcissus gave the inspiration what novel?
Apocalypse Now.
It was the nigger of the Narcissus. Now we move back into some open competition. These are all on household firsts. Which company marketed Band-Aid, first adhesive bandage of its kind? Chuck?
Johnson & Johnson.
That's right. The Bay Company began selling which, Steve?
Aspirin.
That's right. In which country was the modern toothbrush first sold? Steve?
The United States.
That's right. And King Camp Gillette patented and began selling which type? Jacques?
The razor.
We won't accept that. Which type of razor in 1901? Neil?
The disposable razor?
No, it is the safety razor we were looking for. Complete the names of the following rock groups. Bruce Hornsby and Steve?
The Range.
That's right. Gladys Knight? Steve?
And the Pips.
That's right. And Tom Petty? Jason?
And the Heartbreakers?
That's right. These questions now are on soccer terminology. Give the word or terminology described by the following. The art of moving the ball forward on the ground. Brent?
Dribbling.
That's right. A violation that occurs when a player receiving a forward pass. Steve?
Penalty.
No, I'll complete the question for Nepean. When a player receiving a forward pass does not have two opponents between himself and the goal. Brendan?
Offside.
That's right. And the name for an advanced forward whose job is to score rather than create. Brendan?
Striker.
That's right. And we'll end our game now with some more snappers. This ancient Roman was the opposition to Roman emperors and made, Brendan?
Hippocrates.
No, made the discovery that arteries carry blood, not air. Was Carleton?
Plato.
It was Galen. These shallow water habitats are composed of the accumulated skeletal remains of large colonies. Steve?
Reefs. Coral reefs.
That's correct. Who did Pope crown as head of the Holy Roman? Steve?
Charlemagne.
That's right. And a copy of the statue of David by Michelangelo stands in which European city? Ian?
Rome.
No. Welton? Steve?
Florence.
That is right. What famous Canadian surgeon died in 1939 of a disease? Brendan?
Norman Bethune.
That's right. What woman ran unsuccessfully against Joe Clark for leader of the progressive? Brendan?
Flora MacDonald.
That's right. What modern city was dedicated to Our Lady, Queen of Angels? Ian?
Los Angeles.
That's right. In what present-day country is Transylvania found? Steve?
Romania.
That's right. How many lines has a sonnet? Ian?
14.
That's right. In what country would a political group called the Spartacists? Steve?
Germany.
Correct. What is the oldest national park in the United States? Steve?
Yosemite.
No. Nepean? Chris?
Yellowstone.
It is. What is the westernmost of the Aleutian Islands? Steve?
Wrangel Island.
Nepean, any answer? It is Attu Island. Who was the premier of France from 1906 to 1909 and again from 1970 to 1920? Brendan?
Clemenceau.
That's right. Which Persian poet wrote the Rubaiyat? Steve?
Khayyam.
That's right. Which Russian author wrote One Day in the Life of Ivan? Steve?
Dostoevsky.
No. One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. Nepean? Chris?
Tolstoy.
It was Solzhenitsyn. Which Florentine wrote The Prince? Neil?
Machiavelli.
That's right. And what is 6/8 represented as a decimal? Jason?
7-5.
That's right. To end our game. And our final score, close one, Nepean wins 405 to 380. So Nepean moves on to play Lisgar in our school reach final for 1991. I'd like to thank West Carleton for participating, and we will see that final between Nepean and Lisgar right after this.
Ottawa, Carleton, and the Ottawa Valley. This is Maclean Cable TV.